Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to Let's Play Motorsport Manager. The Timix here. This is, of course, the second attempt at the Daddy's Boy Challenge. First attempt was restarted after 2 races. It has gone much better this time, but we are nearing the stretch run, I would say. We are up 5 points on Spartan. It looks like, again, it's a cage match between the two of us. And the last few races have not gone as planned. Some better, some worse, but Singapore, we were hoping to extend our lead, and we saw it cut in half due to screwing up the tires in the qualifying. So, hopefully, we're done with that. But I've thought a little bit about our financial situation. 1.7 million in a hole. We're going to get another sponsor here. And it seems we can survive a deficit. And I thought about, do I ride out with the parts I have? Do I try to design more? Here's the thing. Engine's too expensive. We've done the gearbox. We've done the spoiler. Over here, we've done the brakes. But our weakest part relative to the field is the medium speed corners. We're still better at those than Spartan. But the suspension there, it's not an expensive part. It's actually the cheapest part. And so we can build some of these without breaking the bank. And, you know, I've decided that it's worth it. So I looked at the calendar, and if we, it's our den, not that important. It's going to be vital in Vancouver. I only think I can get one of them done by then. One max suspension, but even so, that would still help Stone out. You know, and then I could have two. If I had two of them maxed out for the final couple of races, you can see not that important for Yokohama or Doha, but I mean it's still going to help some. So I sort of went back and forth on it, decided it was a good thing to do. So I'm just going to move forward with the suspension here. And then let's take a look at our emails. 12 hours to fix as usual. Let's take the interview. Gabler was beaten by Laurie. Would you consider bringing him in next season? And I'm just straight with him. Possibly. It's a little early to be talking about silly season. Gabler doesn't appreciate that comment very much. Of course, probably wanted more of a vote of confidence from me. Stone doesn't care. So onward we go. I'm still shocked that Stone's morale stayed that high. Yeah, and then Laurie, the win in Singapore. I'm going to take a look at Stone a little more. What's going on with him? And, oh, yeah, that's because he had the positive personality trait. Because he's not happy with Singapore, and he's not happy with the interview answer. But, you know, getting that bonus means that, you know, it's just sort of like, so what? It's overwhelming all the other negatives that might be in there. So that's what's going on there. Okay. Then on our den, interesting, top speed's going to obviously favor Spartan. That being the crucial part here. But if it rains, that'll balance that out because Gabler's so good in the rain. So, and since we're in the lead, we're front running. The main thing is to get Gabler in the winner's circle. Hopefully the pole, but definitely in the winner's circle. Okay, so let's go back and take a look at our improvements. We're building, yep, okay, we're working on the 2 spoilers, maxing those out, so we're still going to get performance boosts out of that. And then as soon as we get some suspensions up that we can work on reliability on, we'll do that. But we've got a ways to work through before that. So there's really nothing else I need to do until the suspension's done. We've got some sponsors offer. It looks like 3 sponsors offers for that spot, but there's no reason to entertain those until we get there. Make sure we get all the offers in. GT Challenger moves on. Okay, so we've got our first suspension finished, and I want to look at the old ones. Because, yeah, okay, we've got a 380 and a 377. And then if I go to grab more, now the ones I'm going to want here are, we got this plus 30, this plus 25, and then that minus red zone, that's going to boost it more. But we can see that we're going to end up, I mean, we should probably end up close to 500 when the current ones are like 380. So this is really going to be nice. And 250K for that one. And I've got to put that one design part in the good section, or else I won't be able to use. I'll only have 2 components available next time. I'll have 3 if I can, and I want all 3 of those. So that's the reason for doing that. Okay. 9 days till the race. Let's keep moving on. Okay, we've got some stuff coming in on our den now. Chiaki Hashimoto is rumored to be leaving Atsuno Racing. That'd probably be wise if she can find a better spot. Chairman continues to like the fact that we are first in the championship. Okay, 37 lap race, 3.6 miles. Lap record 153, just under 2 minutes. 40% chance of rain. I wish it was higher than that. That's a hit and miss whether we're going to get it. And if it's only for a few laps, it's not going to matter that much anyway. So, yeah, reminder that it's a high-speed circuit, and Spartan would be favored somewhat due to that. And then super soft and soft again. Wonder what the temperatures are. I don't think we've got to look at that yet. I don't need to know yet. Okay, and Bobby Stone Jr. likes our brakes. Feels phenomenally good, he says, knowing he's going to be better than the other cars going into a corner. And they think we're going to perform well. Former WMC principal Eddie Dubois says if my estimations are correct, then we have to be the favorites. Gabler's feeling confident about her lead. She definitely should. And then Hannah Trenoweth of Dogtooth are having a shocking season. Higher-ups need to have a long, hard look at what we're doing here, because as a team, we're really having a rough time right now. Ouch. That's not impressive. Okay, and the suspension, not going to be done yet. We can see that it's basically expected to be done during qualifying. So we can't do anything with that till we get back. It's time to pick our sponsors. Now we've got 4 races left, so we can get, let's see, 450K and then 700 per race, or $1 million and then 550 per race. No reason to even consider Brutus over here. We're going to consider Roly Roy or Shimizu, excuse me. So over the course of the rest of the season, this would give us 3.2 million, and this would give us 3.25 million. So literally almost exactly the same, but this is actually going to be slightly better. So what the heck? We'll go with Roly Roy. It's not as much money now, but they're going to give us the higher fixed pay. So that dips our balance right back down to about where it was at the end of the last race, 1.7 million. Let's head off to our den. Again, we're going to go third or better. And we can see that if we hit the bonuses, it's projecting that we're going to lose 61K before it was 100K. I'm surprised that we're going to lose anything at all. I wonder if it takes into account that sponsor I just signed. Anyway, cool weather. So the Super Softs might be able to run. And the other interesting thing here is that nobody's going to be practicing on the rain. Looking like heavy rain for the race. Loving that. But it's looking like nobody's going to be practicing in the rain. If it's clear for practice, then we could have a bonus in the qualifying and the race from Gabler. So, I mean, that really increases the odds of getting that pole and winner's circle that I want to get from her. Alright, and our parts should be just dandy, but let me make sure of that. And indeed, they're right where I want them to be. Never hurts to double check. But now it is time to head off to Ardennes. Of course, this is a very wooded area, as we can see. I have done this race before, but it's been a long time since I've seen it. So I recall I seem to have, and it might have just been a function of the particular season I was playing, but there seemed to have been just a lot of crashes on this race. So that's worth watching out for. Of course, we're going to have Gabler in 1, Balcazar in 2. You can see we're partway there, definitely not all the way there. Going to want to work on that. Gabler never came in once. I don't even know what his score was. Okay, so we're going to be looking at, yeah, we've got rain early. We're going to want inters on for about 3 minutes. Okay, so we are losing Alice Wood of Lockhart, Trenwith of Dogtooth, Capello from Corsa, Tanaka from Atsuno Racing. That's a bit of a surprise. Hume from Torin. So the Orange drivers did pretty well. The Spartan drivers, Lori down in 15th, Sevilla in 8th. Lori is the big surprise, but Hashimoto all the way down in 14th. Again, you can't read too much into this because of the way the weather was, but you know, obviously if Spartan doesn't improve on that, that would be a very nice thing. And Rodriguez running 4th even though on dry tires. So on to the second round. Of course, this is the one where we got to watch our tires. Make sure our fastest lap is on tires that we want to use for the race. We've got to use fresh tires for everything we do out here. Okay, so let's take a look at our weather. Dry, and it's going to be warm. There's no sign of anything happening except for that. So Gabler should be in that group. But you can see Dutt from Mirage dropping out, but the 2 Spartan drivers, 2nd and 5th, they're doing just fine. So they definitely recovered from the bad first day. On to day 3 of qualifying, and what will the weather bring? Cloudy? So Stone goes out first now. Okay, so as much as I screwed up the second round again by wearing down Gabler's tires a little bit too much, I definitely made up for it on that section. At least to a significant degree. Yeah, 4 seconds ahead of the field. That's ridiculous. Okay. So, yeah, tight qualifying battle between my 2 drivers, not between anybody else. And when Will Hume learns to drive, it's like watching me, Mum. Well, that's your problem. You're watching the wrong driver. Okay, so here we are in Ardennes at race day. Let's take a look at the weather. Dry! For at least the first half of the race, it's dry. Shoot. I was hoping for a rain interruption. Just gonna save this in case I do anything particularly stupid. I will not have to redo the entire run-up, although I might want to, given what I did in the second qualifying round. Anyway. Okay, so race trim and super softs. Pretty obvious. Race trim engine expert. So, I'd like to get Gabler and Stone out in front. Have Stone slow down traffic. I mean, you know, pretty basic. Make sure Gabler at least wins. Key thing here is going to be how much fuel, because I still would like, if it doesn't rain, and I'm going to have to assume it's not going to, I'd like to be going with a one-stop strategy for Gabler. So, What do I need to get through 18, 19 laps? Well, first of all, how about the tires? Are they going to last that long? No, they are not. So let's call it, yeah, I'm probably not going to get much more than, you know what? I think I should go two-stop strategy, given where the tires are. Let me see where Stone's tires are. Yeah, 19 to 21, 20 to 22. I don't think we're going to quite... Oh, totally fresh tires. Might be able to... You know what? To heck with it. I'm going to say we're going to get at least 16 laps. I'm still going to go with it. I'm going to say we're going to get at least 16 laps. Should be able to charge the battery up close to full by that time. Not quite full. I think... I want to make sure I have enough fuel. I'd like to run with 10, but I'm going to push it up to 11. I want to make sure I have enough fuel to do this. I'm continually erring on the better safe than sorry deal here. And of course, I'm going to want a full load because he's going to go around. He's going to have to stop twice. I'm definitely going to want a full load for him. Twice, if not 3 times. Because he's got to get 12 laps each session. Yeah, full load for him. So, all right. Well, running a 6 and then an 8 for Stone. So, I mean, the chances of holding the others off. The other thing is we've got Holgersen and Stefansson here. Rodriguez and Parisi here. Laurie is in 7th. And Sevilla back in 10th. So... They did particularly bad in their qualifying, which means should be able to potentially keep them back. It'd be very interesting to see how this starts and see if I can build that lead for Gabler. Oh, and look at Holgersen just coming off the line, blasting by Stone and basically ruining that entire idea. And yeah, Gabler already dropping back to 2nd. Of course, I want to build up the tire temps. I actually don't want Stone to start backing people off yet, because I've got to build up his tire temps higher. So it's going to be middle of the road here. In terms of temps, 15, 16 degrees outside. We are in 2nd and 3rd here. Stone looking to press Gabler. It's not really what I wanted. You know, I think those are high enough. Start backing people off. Start backing people off. Relax, Stone. And yeah, let's go neutral now. Neutral and medium for Gabler. Let's just sort of settle in here. And theoretically, you know, based on what I saw before neutral, we should slowly see this drop. Slowly see the tire temps drop. There's nothing slow about Stone dropping. That back there, but there's Rodriguez going by. Do I even care? So let's go ahead and save up energy. Just let all that happen. Okay, so we got to try to get 23 laps. Is that going to be enough? I think it is. I do want to go with the full load. And then the question is then on the tires. Let's take a look at our weather. It is going to rain. Crap, it is going to rain. Okay, so that changes a lot of things now. We're going to want to be on inters. Around lap 22. So we only want to get to like lap 22. This is lap 14. You only want to do 8 laps. Okay. Four and a half laps of fuel. I'm not going to recharge the battery. Fresh tires. So you're basically just going to go in and come back out, you know, somewhere around 8 laps. Try to be as fast as I can during this stint, and then go at the end. It looks like the water is going to level off into inters. So. Stone's got a couple more laps he can make here. Well, one more after this because of his energy. And there's certainly no reason to push it any further than that, given everybody else is going to have to pit soon and the weather situation. So in goes Gabler. And let's get Stone in there. Fresh tires. He's going to want about 7 laps. Which I think means he needs about that much fuel. Maybe a little more. Let's go with 8. And new tires for him. But yeah, race leader by 4.5 seconds. And of course we want to burn these tires on push. No question, we want to push the tires. Use every bit of where we can out of them, be as fast as we can. Gabler in 14th, and she wants to see other cars pitting in front of her like yesterday. And they're not doing it. At least not yet. Here comes Stone into the pits. Yep, you go ahead and burn your tires as well. Of course, Stone go back to neutral. Stone in 9th. He's down to 7.6, but he's still the fastest car out there, or the furthest up one that has not gone into the pits yet. But I don't want him to do it yet. I think Stone waits one more lap to come in, and then Gabler 2. I think that's how I want to play this. Go and push your tires more. You can back off to neutral. Okay, Stone's going to come in. 17 laps remaining, so you want to get about 9 out of them. Still have a good amount of charge in the battery. So I'm just going to go with that. I did give you inters, right? Yep. So I think it's going to be 6th coming out is the guess. And Bags goes in. Let's take a look. It's going to rain up to the end. Yeah, that's definitely Inter's range. A couple of them bordering on Wet's range, but for the duration, it's definitely going to be Inter's range. So Gabler is actually going to take the lead here for a lap. And you can see the gap behind us now. 7 seconds back to Hashimoto. All these cars, you know, we're not even into the good intermediate driving part of things yet, and all these cars with halfway burned through intermediate tires. I mean, it's just, you can just wave goodbye to them because they're not going to compete with us for the rest of the race. That's where it is. They've lost too much time. Gabler now in the lead. Yeah, it's time. It's time now. And we want you to get the rest of the way. 16 laps. You're not going to need that much fuel. How much will you need? That much charge left, but you're using it up. You might need 12. I'm just going to go with it. Again, when we're in this situation, we want to play it safe. I really want to play it safe for the rest of the race because we're having a dominant race here just handed to us on a silver platter. And the other thing is I'm going to reset that because what about the tire distance? Yeah, okay, the tire should make it if we're cautious with them. So we'll go back to that. 11 or was it? Well, you know what? I'm doing 12 anyway, even if that's not what I picked before. We're having a dominant race handed to us. So the one thing you want to do is just don't do anything stupid and screw it up. And since you're going to be going back in again, guess what? You're going to push. Let's see how these inters react to the temperature condition of the track. We're not quite to the point where they're going to be useful now, but almost. Gabler out in 6th. Alright, let's go neutral here, see how that works since we've got all these cars around us. Three laps to go, and she should have enough tire for at least 2 of them. Or no, 5%. Yeah, you should have enough tire for all of them, really. Go ahead and push. Down to a lap, so let's go hybrid there. And I will have Stone, you know, burn off whatever energy he doesn't need at the end of the race, but I mean, maybe that gains him half a second or a second. It's not going to gain him enough to catch up. Two to go. It's right along with Stone now. I mean, we pretty much got Gabler set where she's going to be. She'll have some energy left, but she won't have a reason to use it. She's going to win. So, just make sure we're where we want to be with Stone. You pretty much put this race on the board. Bags is going to try to finish here. So whether or not Lori passes Bags could be important. Sevilla way back here after the repair. She's not going to finish in the points. So, you know, maybe they get another point out of Lori. That's the only thing that really might change here. You know what? Go ahead and go push with the rest of what you've got there. Yeah, we've got plenty of fuel to finish the race, does Stone. So we get about halfway through this lap. Like I said, I don't want to wait till halfway through this lap. I want to wait till right after this turn. There we go. Probably as good a spot to do it as any. Dropping that gap down to 12.2 for all the good it does. And Lori now burning that off, trying to catch Bags, who's trying to finish on rims. And Lori does make that pass. Bags runs out of fuel. Okay. Everybody's happy. First and second. Lori gets third. Good for you. And just waiting for Capello to finish. And there it is. Gabler, Hammer AMR with another win. Stone had not finished above 5th, so this is a huge result for him also. Curious to see where that lands him in the driver points, as he was 9th coming into this race. Okay, Gabler there, and the pole position. The fastest lap goes to Hashimoto of Atsuno. All Hammer AMR here in the Ardennes. Yeah, up 2 spots now to 7th, as he has 11 total points and just got 6 of them in that race. So that's not bad. Obviously, Gabler locking that up, and we've got a 19-point lead over Spartan. So it's not over completely. It is over if I don't totally screw up the last 3 races. We could still lose, but the only way that happens is if I don't screw it up. Chip winners, you are amazeballs. Pretty sure you don't even know what that means, Lane. Everybody's just over the moon about Andrea Gabler, as they should be after that dominating performance of intelligent strategy, mostly. Should send bottles of cases of virtual champagne to Rick Stone, who is the principal of Spartan MRT for essentially handing us that win. So yeah, an 8.5 for him, finishing second. Feeling all kinds of good about himself, 100%. Gabler's back up to 85%. Chairman's thrilled. Everybody's happy. Yeah. And look at that. Total income. Made money. Made a lot of money. Made $500,000 there. Oh, yeah. And the suspension is finished over the weekend. Okay, so what's basically left here is to not screw up the rest of the season. We've got let's take a look at this. We've got Vancouver, we've got Yokohama, we've got Doha. We've got three races left. Don't do anything colossally stupid, and it's in the bag. So we're going to be working on suspensions and stuff next time. But really, it's just going to be about not doing anything dumb. So we will get to Vancouver next time. Until then, thanks for watching. We're coming down the home stretch now and looking great in the Daddy's Boy Challenge.